Right. Fantastic. You guys still with us? Ready for some more comedy? All right, that is fantastic. I love it when comics talk about drinking. It makes me feel like I don't have a problem. I have about 3 more of these IPAs. I'm going to wake up thinking I'm on the couch and be in my girlfriend's cat tower, fucking snap it in half. Yeah, well, if I was 30 pounds lighter, I probably wouldn't have broke it, but fuck it. I'm a nice guy. I'll buy her a new one. All right, our next comedian. Let's give it up for him. He's a funny guy. Let's give it up for Trevor Post. Everybody, give it up.
Hey, sorry, I know I'm wasting everybody's time fiddling with my phone and shit. I just like to record my sets. I listen back to them later, try to pick up some tips, try to see some ways that I can do better. But I also can't come unless I'm laughing at myself, so the recordings are very handy that way. Before we get started, I do need to give you guys a parental warning, or parental advisory, that I think will resonate especially here, especially with the people outside. The parental advisory is that I am a parent, and at some point I will be talking about my kids, which some people find unrelatable. And my advice to you, if you find it unrelatable, is every time I mention my kids, just imagine that I'm talking about a dog. Because I've known lots of people in my life who are like, I don't think I want kids, I don't think I want that kind of responsibility. I want to be free to do what I want, when I want to do it. And it's the same people who adopt dogs, and they're like, man, I know we were supposed to meet up, but there's supposed to be a thunderstorm later, and I just need to hold my puppy for the next 4 to 5 hours. These are the same people who are like, hey man, I'm going to have to break off our lunch arrangement because I just found out I need to rush home real quick and express my dog's anal gland. But I am a parent. I'm a full-time single parent to 2 beautiful demons. And I'm a single dad, which according to Florida law means that their mother is a real piece of shit. Or dead, but she's only dead to me. I am divorced, I'm sure you can tell. I got divorced a couple years ago, and a lot of people make a big deal about divorce, but to me it's not that big of a deal. It was one of those mutual things, like not really either one of ours fault. It just turned out that we had incompatible fetishes. Anyone here have fetishes? Sir? Fetishes? Feet? May I see your dog's toes, sir? You guys, it turned out that my ex-wife's fetish was findom. Anyone here familiar? That's financial domination. She enjoyed that until she no longer could, if you catch my drift. And I'm not innocent here. A big part of it was my weird fetish, and I subsequently had to get rid of it. I had to drop it. But my fetish was being married, in love, happy with children for the rest of my life. Which sadly enough is like the thing that that was my number one goal in life. Am I romantic that way? Didn't work out. So, it's not so bad though. I rebounded pretty quickly. Not too long after me and my ex-wife split up, I moved in with the most wonderful woman. Her and I have a lot in common. She's got some real life experiences. She's also divorced. She also has 2 kids. She really gets me, you guys. The only problem is that woman is my mother. And I don't want you guys to think that I'm some sort of like loser who lives at home with his mom. That is how it is. I just wouldn't want you guys to think that. A lot of the people tonight have been talking about dating. After I got divorced, I tried dating, which I was never really good at in the first place. But I sort of like operated under the illusion that my life would just go back to normal, like as soon as my wife and I split up with the kids, you know. But I think I've decided to retire from dating. You know, there's a certain pride and dignity in like taking yourself out of the league before you're forced out. I've always kind of felt that I was, as far as dating and stuff goes, I always kind of felt that I was like playing a different sport than everybody else though. I've been trying to play golf, you know, I would have been happy with a hole-in-one. I don't get a lot of strokes and I feel good about it. And it feels like everyone else is playing like basketball or hockey if you're not very good at it, you know? Trying to score as much as you can from period to period. Okay, cool. I want to do that one again. Thanks. Please don't patronize me anymore. Please don't. That's another thing that makes me come, so. Abuse from women is my favorite thing. No, but like honestly though, there's like not room in my life for a girlfriend, even if I wanted one and could somehow ensnare one. Because I'm in my 30s, like I said, I've got my kids. I live back home with my mom, as I mentioned. I do not need to retread that. See, I'm fucking up real bad. I blame it on you. But between my mom, my 5-year-old daughter, and my cat, there's just not any room in my life for a girlfriend. You know, because my mom kind of like nags at me to keep the house clean, and I spend time and money on things I don't understand with my daughter. And at the end of a night like this, when I come home smelling like beer and smoke and people she doesn't recognize, my cat jumps right up on me when I lay down in bed and wants to make out with me. And I'm like, I'd really like to, but I'm so tired. But she's suspicious of all the people that she doesn't know. And so I have to be like, I swear, baby, they don't mean anything to me. Thank you so much. My name is Trevor Post.
Woo!
All right, BigTop. Let's keep this comedy show going. You guys ready for some more comedy?